Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So it's a lovely morning here. Today's Sunday the 13th of November and I've been up since 6 and the sun is shining. On days like this I get in the mood for planting. So I've already sown some chili seeds this morning. I've uploaded the video, so that will be going out today. And whilst I had the compost and I was making a mess anyway, I thought I'll have a look which plants needed repotting. And this plant here is the Chui Jhal or Piper Chaba, and this is a plant that I got back from Bangladesh. And actually this plant here, I'll take the cloche off. This is the cutting, because the parent plant, it was only a small plant, it went through the walls, but unfortunately it succumbed. And what happened was I had these two plants in the fish tank terrarium that I'd made, and I've done a video on that, and this plant was featured in there. And the plant was getting a bit too big for the terrarium. It was touching the light. It's not very big, and the light was scorching the leaves, so I took it out of there. And this is the reason why I've taken this out as well. The leaves were getting very brown and scorched. So the parent plant, I did a repot, and unfortunately I think it either got root rot or it might have been exposed too much to, we get bright sunlight in this room, and I didn't have a cloche over that one, and unfortunately it just died. It had root rot as well. So I was inspecting this plant today and I'm looking at the roots on it, and it definitely needs a repot. Just show you what's happened. The roots at the bottom, you can see, and where they've got a little hole there, little drainage hole, so I can't focus very well. That root's escaped. You can see it's come out. So it definitely needs repotting. However, I'm a bit sort of worried about damaging the roots. They're very delicate, any kind of bruising that just seems to trigger root rot. So I've got to be very careful. I might actually have to cut this out of the pot rather than try and yank it out or tip it out. I'll see what I can do. And then I've got some orchid bark, and I'm just going to go up slightly in size in pot. I don't want to over pot where you've got too much medium to root ratio. So let me get the pot and the orchid bark ready. Right, so you might be wondering why I've got the pot inside, with this pot. It was just to gauge the root ball area, the area that I'm going to plant this into. So hopefully I can just slide this out and there'll be a nice little space for this to slot into. And I'm just going to cut this pot. It's already cracked anyway, I'm going to cut it and then sort of hopefully slide it in gently. Right, so it didn't quite work when I pulled out the pot. The soil, the compost orchid bark mix, it just collapsed in on itself. So I've eased it out. Well, I cut it out, so I had to cut the pot wide open. And I'm just going to fill it up now. You can see the roots there, and I'll just show you. It's got quite a few aerial roots. See the aerial roots there. And this part here, that's the stem, and that's exposed. And I've kept it like that because you don't really need to submerge that bit. The roots are attached to the under part of the stem, so I don't need to bury that stem at all. Sometimes burying the stem can introduce root rot, rot into the plants. So hopefully this repot won't be too traumatic for the plants. I'll give it a good watering, and then I'll pop the cloche back over it, and hopefully that'll, you know, help it to grow even bigger and bushier, and can keep it alive. Right, so I've repotted it, and I've put this outer pot just to shield the roots from the sun, and got a different cloche bottle because I needed it to be a little bit higher than the pot itself, and the other one fitted over, so it was touching the top of the leaves. So I'm going to have to figure out, as this grows, maybe to cut this and put another pot over the top, another bottle, should say, bottle cloche over the top, you know, just to keep it in this kind of environment until it gets a bit stronger and it can withstand, you know, the strong sunlight. It's not always sunny in here, but when it does shine, you know, it can affect the leaves, you know, it can burn them. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.